Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for showing interest in my videos. This video is going to be a quick and easy way on how to clean your brushes. As you can see, I have my magnificent setup here. I have my bag with my dirty brushes in. As you can see right here, it's just easy. It's an easy way for me to keep up with all my brushes and know what's dirty and what's not. So I'm going to show you the inside of the bag. As you can see, it's really dirty. So that's just what I keep all my dirty brushes in. First thing you'll need is the Dr. Bronner's Castle soap. That's what I use. You will also need your Sigma mat, or I guess you can use the mitten, some 91% alcohol for later use, and of course you will need a towel and also some paper towels for later use. And that's it. I'm going to get my setup here going on. The first thing you want to do is place the Sigma mat down into the sink, and it suctions in. It has those suctions on the bottom, so you place that down in there really good and then get everything adjusted. And usually what I start doing is running my water over the mat to try to get it really soft and ready for my brushes, just as such. Now the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with my beauty blenders. As you can see, they're really dirty, has a bunch of foundation on them, and I usually run them under the water for a few seconds, and then I will proceed with putting my Castle soap on the beauty blender. And what I usually do is I usually will squeeze the beauty blender, and that's pretty much what you're supposed to do. Just continue to squeeze the beauty blender until you see the water run clear and the soap is white. I usually wash my beauty blender probably about 3 or 4 times to ensure that I get all the old foundation, debris, and bacteria off the sponge, because 9 times out of 10 that is what I use as far as putting on my foundation and my concealer. And I also use beauty blenders on other clients as well. So I just really try to make sure I get all of the foundation and dirt off of the blender. And as you can see, it's pretty clean because the water is starting to run clear and there's not any more soap. As you can see, it's clean and black and pretty and ready for the next use. Okay, now I'm going to be moving on to my brushes, the actual brushes. I use the fluffy tops first. I usually start cleaning them first. So I'm going to repeat the steps. Of course, run my water over them, get my mat good and soft and ready for the use. And what I'll do this time is I'll pour the soap onto the mat, as you see me doing here, and I'll scrub the brushes across the mat. Again, you want to continue to scrub the brushes until you see the soap turn white completely and then the water run clear. And I usually take my favorite thing about this mat is I can take about 5 or 6 brushes and run them all across at the same time and clean them instead of doing one by one. So that is really a plus if you are a makeup artist and you deal with several brushes and you have to clean daily or at least every other day. It's a very quick way to clean your brushes because you can clean so many at one time, and I just think that is awesome. As you can see, they are pretty clean, so I am going to put them over on my towel and let them dry. Next, I'm going to be starting with my flat top brushes. I usually, separate my brushes out in sections, and I do fluffies, flats, and then the double-sided brushes, and so forth and so on. But again, I'm going to repeat the steps all over again, run them under the water for a few seconds, then place my soap onto the mat, and I will start scrubbing again. And once again, you want to make sure that you scrub across the mat until you see the soap run white and the water run clear. That's usually a great indicator of you cleaned everything. And if you're not sure about, if you got everything clean, just repeat the steps. Just rinse the mat off, rinse the brushes, place a little more soap onto the mat, and start scrubbing again, and make sure that all of the foundation and eyeshadow or whatever has come off of the brushes and the water run clear. Okay, once I'm done cleaning all my brushes, I have them laid out on a towel, and I usually will start with my 91% alcohol. I will take a paper towel, as you can see what I'm doing here, pour the alcohol onto the paper towel, and I will clean the actual brush handles. I know most people don't think about it, but you have to keep the handles clean just as much as you have to keep the brushes the hairs on the brushes clean, because people don't realize you put bacteria all over the brushes when you're handling them. And as you can see here, a good bit of dirt come from that one brush. So usually what I do, I just go down the line and I repeat the steps. I put the alcohol on some paper towels and I will clean the brush handles one by one. Now my smaller brushes, I usually take maybe 2 or 3 of those at a time and clean it. And as you can see here, look, that has like what appears to be eyeliner on the paper towel, and I just continue to repeat the steps. And that is pretty much it as far as cleaning them. If you have to, you can go back and forth and clean them more, but that's just a quick, easy tip, and it's very sanitary, you know, because you just don't think about your brushes being dirty on the handles. Okay, and that is it. After you're done, you can just leave them out on your towel, or you can put them on your Sigma tree and let them dry. And I thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe.